This is your Hdsr Sports Report, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. Victor Valley College Rams, American Metro Conference champions. Coach David Slover's Rams made it official, closing out conference play unbeaten, 39-14 winners at LA Southwest in their final regular season game. The Rams will now host Santa Monica Sunday, November 16th. The Santa Monica College Corsairs, champions of the Southern California Football Association Conference. This battle between conference champions is a rematch. The Rams defeated Santa Monica 27-16 on September 13th. Seth Burbine threw for 341 yards and 2 touchdowns in that come-from-behind win. This 36-yard scoring play to Cale Meisman was followed by this 72-yard touchdown by Carlos Amplio, Victor Valley College's longest play in that 4th game of the year. Carlos Amplio, big day in the Rams' win at LA Southwest, scoring 2 touchdowns. Jayon Gillette ran for a touchdown in Saturday's win at LA Southwest. Seth Burbine ran his touchdown passes for the season total to 22. Darren Gandy, the touchdown reception against the Cougars. Back to Santa Monica, the Corsairs went on a 6-game winning streak following the loss to the Rams, the 4th game of the season, before losing their last regular season game at West LA 38-24. They are 8-2. Entering the postseason. The conference championship is the 2nd in a row for David Slover's Rams, who were conference co-champions a year ago. This is the Rams' first outright football conference championship in 11 years. They were undefeated in 2014 and Foothill Conference champions. This Victor Valley College Sports Report is presented by the Bradco Companies. Bradco, ardent supporters of the team's athletes and sports programs at Victor Valley College. 4 of the 7 MRL and DSL teams in the postseason won their CIF Playoffs opening round game. Those Victor Valley Jackrabbits and Apple Valley Sun Devils victories send the Cross Valley rivals into a round 2 matchup. That rematch between bell game opponents will be at Victorville's Ray Moore Stadium. Apple Valley's 21-20 win over North Torrance was truly a cliffhanger, down to the wire thriller. Nathan Arceo's touchdown from 3 yards out and an Isaac Sanchez all-important extra point put the Sun Devils ahead with under 2 minutes to play. Then defensive back Lorenzo Johnson intercepted a North Torrance pass in the end zone to put the game on ice and send Robert Maris's Sun Devils into the second-round rendezvous with the Rabbits. Brent Lanning's 29-yard pass to Davion Swan put the Sun Devils on the board in the first quarter, followed by Joellen Washington's 13-yard sprint to pay dirt in the second quarter, Apple Valley's other touchdowns. Senior Vic Villa scored the first 3 touchdowns of the night, opening up Victor Valley's 34-14 upset rout of favored Segerstrom. Trayvon Sanders caught a 20-yard touchdown pass from Robert Middlebrooks, and a Nicholas Blocker third-quarter rushing touchdown completed the scoring for Thomas Riley's Jackrabbits. As stated, 6-5, Victor Valley will host the 7-4 Sun Devils in the Division 7 quarterfinals on November 14th. Nicholas Goa ran for 3 touchdowns. J.J. Applewhite ran for a touchdown and hit Kamari Malloy on a 15-yard scoring pass in Barstow's 34-12 win at Serrano. Clay Lilamina's Aztecs host La Cañada in their Division 7 second-round game. Hesperia won 27-21 at home over Moreno Valley in their opener. Zamar Malvo scored 3 touchdowns, including the game winner with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Darius Williams connected with Delon Williams on a 70-yard scoring pass for the 4th Scorpions touchdown. The Scorpions will be on the road against Norte Vista in round 2 of the Division 9 playoffs. Oak Hills lost 42-21 at Pacifica in the Division III playoffs. Jacob Webster scored on runs of 57 yards and 14 yards for the Bulldogs. Royalton Allen ran for a touchdown to account for Oak Hills' other score. Silverado's Jaden Pauling scored both Hawks touchdowns in the 21-14 loss to Ramona, a pick 6 in the first quarter. His rushing touchdown in the third quarter gave the Hawks a 14-7 lead before Ramona rallied for 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns, knocking the top-seeded Hawks out of the Division 9 playoffs. We Got 'em Tees presents this high school football CIF Playoffs opening round games. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery designs. We Got 'em official CIF sanctioned Chanel patches or varsity jacket. We Got 'em Tees, 2 locations, Apple Valley and Upland. Oh yeah, We Got 'em Tees. Apple Valley Sun Devils, Serrano Diamondbacks, and Silverado Hawks win opening round games in CIF football. MRL and DSL League champions suffer excruciatingly close losses on the road. Oak Hills Bulldogs fall by 4 at Oaks Christian. Barstow Aztecs by 4 in a high-scoring shootout at top-ranked Dana Hills. Apple Valley let their dominant offensive line lead the way. Robert Maris's running game, accounting for all 5 touchdowns in the 35-7 win at favored Charter Oak. Senior quarterback Jacob Higgs carried for 3 touchdowns. Senior Talon Lively and junior Jacob Cabrera the others. Jordan Ortega, 14, had 2 key pass interceptions, and sacks leader Anthony Navarro, 40, recorded 2 of the team's 5 sacks. Apple Valley is at home against Culver City in round 2. Culver City is ranked number 12 in Division 4. The Sun Devils are ranked 13th. Serrano came from behind twice, rallying for 21 second-half points in the 28-21 home field victory over Norte Vista. Cade Lefevre threw a scoring pass to Edward Serpa for the first touchdown. Senior running back Trevor McSween scored a rushing touchdown and later added a 2-point conversion. Junior quarterback Isaiah Romo carried across for 2 of the second-half touchdowns, including an 11-yard run that proved to be the game winner. Casey Mahalchik's Diamondbacks go to Hemet. Next, the D-backs are ranked 4th in Division 8. Hemet is ranked 5th. Oak Hills suffered the fate brought on by CIF schedule makers who seemingly manipulate division matchups in efforts to keep high desert teams from winning CIF championships. The Bulldogs were sent to powerhouse Oaks Christian in Westlake Village, where they lost to the higher-ranked opponent. Jacob Webster passed for 3 touchdowns and ran for another, and the Mojave River League champions held a 26-15 lead with 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter, but the wheels came off the Bulldogs Express as they gave up 15 unanswered points and lost 30-26. The Desert Sky League champion Barstow Aztecs succumbed to the same fate, losing by 4 points at number 2 ranked Dana Point. Dwayne Williams accounted for 6 touchdowns, 4 by land and 2 by way of aerial strikes. Clay Lillamena's Aztecs finished 8-2 on the year. Victor Valley's season ended with the 42-13 loss at number 3 ranked Woodrow Wilson. Xavier Matthews scored both Jackrabbits touchdowns on pass receptions, one from Robert Middlebrooks, the other from Davion Swan. Kieron Jones's Silverado Hawks advance after eliminating Linfield Christian 52-35. Jace Weiss, 3 rushing touchdowns and a pair of scoring passes, one to Sire Foster, who scored a rushing touchdown on a 48-yard run. Jamari Tharp, the other TD reception. The Hawks go against Chino. In round 2, Silverado was ranked number 6 in Division 10. Chino is ranked number 7. This high school football CIF Playoffs report is brought to you by Bid Fast and Last. You can bid virtual live online on firearms, vehicles, electric bicycles, collectibles, fine jewelry, coins, antiques, classic cars, and more at bidfastandlast.com.
Start fires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll.
Your way, Internet.
Hesperia Christian wins the CIF 8-man Division II Championship with a resounding 48-22 victory over Avalon. Aiden Ortega scores 5 touchdowns to lead the Patriots to the second CIF Championship in school history. The junior running back scored the first touchdown of the game, then a go-ahead touchdown in the second quarter, and added 3 more touchdowns in the second half. Senior quarterback Jared Bragg shares the offensive spotlight, completing 5 straight passes at the end of the first half and start of the second half, 2 going for touchdowns as the Patriots rallied from trailing by 10 to take command by scoring 3 times within 5 minutes of playing time, spanning the end of the first half and first 60 seconds of the second half. The Patriots did not exactly get off to a good start. Their first possession ended giving up a safety that gave Avalon the first points on the scoreboard. Their second possession ended with them turning the ball over on a fumble after advancing deep into Lancers territory. But Hesperia Christian's defense did its job, forcing a 3-and-out, and the Patriots begin to right the ship, launching a scoring drive from their own 16. Jared Bragg reverses field and battles his way all the way to the Lancers' 32, a pickup of 40 yards. The senior quarterback lists at 6'2", 165. Jared Bragg carries 3 times this night for 84 yards. 2 plays later, from the 25, Aiden Ortega takes the handoff, spins out of a shoestring tackle attempt, and keeps his balance, breaking a tackle as he crosses the goal line. Patriots 6, Avalon 2, following a point-after-touchdown attempt that misfires. 3:15 to go in the first quarter. Aiden Ortega disclosed he was unsure how effective he would be coming off a hip injury in the semifinals win at Lancaster Baptist. His sidestepping the first defender, then spinning out of another tackle on his first carry of the ball game showed no signs of anything less than an outstanding night ahead carrying the ball. The Patriots get the ball back early in the second quarter, taking over on downs when Avalon comes up short on a 4th and 6 at the Patriots' 30. But this begins a sequence of play selection on 4th downs of their own, decisions that defy conventional strategy. The Patriots go for a first down rather than punt the ball away while leading 6-2. It's 4th and 6. Avalon holds. When the pass completion comes up short, the Lancers take over on downs at the 21 and then take the lead 4 plays later on the touchdown run from 12 yards out. 10-6. Avalon, 8:20 to go before halftime. Avalon regains possession deep in Patriots territory when Hesperia Christian again goes for it on 4th down but fails. The visitors go up 16-6 on the quarterback keeper from 12 yards out. Things are not looking good for the home team with 4 minutes to go in the first half. Aiden Ortega gets a very good kickoff return into Avalon's red zone, but a penalty brings it back to the Patriots' 25. Jared Bragg hits Caleb O'Day And the 5'10", 165-pound junior carries down to Avalon's 26. On 3rd and 4 at the 20, Arlen Custer takes the Jared Bragg toss and sprints in for the touchdown. The Patriots are within 3. It's 16-13. Arlen Custer is 6'2", 200, a junior. Arlen Custer's extra point kick is true out of Jared Bragg's hold. Jared Bragg went 3 for 3 passing on the 3-play, 55-yard scoring drive, a crucial sequence in Hesperia Christian's attempt to regain momentum. The Patriots set out to pin the Lancers deep in their own territory. 42 is Roderick Taylor, a sophomore linebacker. He's listed at 5'8", 165. I'm wondering if the scales had a glitch, hitting 165 the day the players had their physicals. Fully 1/3 of Hesperia Christian's players, 11 of their 34-player roster, are listed at weighing 165 pounds. Roderick Taylor demonstrates it's not the size of the dog in the fight that matters, but the amount of fight in the dog, and his bite is bigger than his bark. Roderick Taylor gets a grip on the much bigger Lancers quarterback, initiating the sack. 33 is Jake Roseberry, 5'10", 200-pound linebacker and fellow sophomore. That's not Roderick Taylor's only sack of the night either. He repeats the attack on the Lancers quarterback, registering 3 tackles for a loss among his 8 tackles in an outstanding game for the Patriots sophomore. 55 is Julian Vialon. What we witness next may be accurately described as the turning point in the game. Avalon in punt formation. The punter's knee touches ground when he feels the low snap from center. Patriots take over at the 5. Aiden Ortega glides in. The Patriots regain the lead. The touchdown comes with 52 seconds left in the first half. Jared Bragg fields the low snap. Arlen Custer's kick is true and through. It's 20-16, Hesperia Christian at the half. Now the question is, which Patriots team will we see to start the second half? And that question is answered in the first sequence of plays of the third quarter. Cody New, 64, picks off the pass on Avalon's first play. Cody New, 6'4", 215-pound senior defensive end. Jared Bragg to Liam Vanderweddy to the 12, pickup of 12 yards. Jared Bragg beats the pass rush, sending it toward Liam Vanderweddy, a brilliant reception by the 6', 165-pound senior wide receiver. 27-16, Patriots, 1 minute into the third quarter. Jared Bragg has completed 5 consecutive passes. He will go 7 for 12 on the night. The 7 completions good for 71 yards and 2 touchdowns. From here on out, the outcome is really academic, as in the book. The Patriots get one long run after another from Aiden Ortega, who puts up 228 yards total offense, encompassing his 5-touchdown performance.
Remains on his feet.
The defense is absolutely magnificent, shutting out Avalon throughout the second half until the final 6 minutes of the fourth quarter. Kyle Day leads the team with a season-high 21 tackles for the 6'6", 210-pound senior linebacker. Aggressive gang tackling personified on this play. 64, Cody New among the trio of Patriots in on the stop. 3 is Caleb O'Day. Kyle Day initiates contact. Cody New is just as often seen slicing in from his defensive end position and tripping up the ball carrier. 4 solo tackles this night for Cody New, plus 2 assists, as he's in on a total of 6 stops. Liam Vanderweddy, 17, one of his 4 solo tackles for the senior linebacker, who is in on 9 tackles altogether. Julian Vialon, 55, The tackle for a loss in the red zone, 4 solo tackles for the 6-foot, 210-pound junior lineman this game. Arlen Custer stands his ground on the fake double reverse, throwing the ball carrier for a 3-yard loss. Watch for number 21, Caleb Lewis, in on another exercise in extreme gang tackling. Caleb Lewis is a 5'10", 167-pound junior who is in on 7 total tackles. This third quarter interception by Kyle Day is Hesperia Christian's second pick in the second half. Avalon came in on the heels of a 49-0 semifinals victory. The Lancers averaged 33 points a game in their 10 previous outings. The Patriots hold them to 11 points below that average in the title game. Heartiest congratulations to the Hesperia Christian Patriots, 2022 CIF 8-Man Division II champions. Looking back in high desert sports history, the Oak Hills Lady Bulldogs are CIF Volleyball champions. The Oak Hills Bulldogs and Apple Valley Sun Devils, the only high desert teams winning first-round CIF playoff games. This Victor Valley College tandem of sophomore standouts lead the Lady Rams to back-to-back victories to open the 2023 season. The Oak Hills Lady Bulldogs are CIF Volleyball champions. The Lady Bulldogs swept Walnut in straight sets in the Division VI title game to win the first CIF Volleyball Championship in school history. Repeated hard-driving spikes by seniors Kiona Soaita, 7, and Jalea Reese, 3, were frequently preceded by extraordinary defensive plays. Junior Savannah Rivera serves, and what we see follow is a prime example of the teamwork and discipline that characterizes this team. Watch for the diving dig by sophomore Sami Samaya, 14. Sami Samaya is the team's assists leader. She sends it to Taylor Hill, 9, who sets up the perfect assist to the school's all-time kills leader. Kiona Soaita adds to her 1,533 career kills coming in. Savannah Rivera serves. The dig by senior Ellie Nifo, 12, precedes the point off Kiona Soaita's well-placed return. Kiona Soaita serves and digs. She leads the team in digs. Junior Isabella Mota, 5, slams the spike into the unprotected area in Walnut's defense. This Jalea Reese block point by the team's blocks leader sends the Lady Bulldogs to the huddle, and Coach Michael Bastida and his assistants as Walnut calls a timeout to try and interrupt the Oak Hills momentum. In this sequence, Taylor Hill serves. The long volley ensues. 12 is Ellie Nifo, a senior, to Isabella Mota, who sets it up for Kiona Soaita. It comes back over to Ellie Nifo, who sends it to Taylor Hill. Kiona Soaita has reloaded and unloads an emphatic kill. The Lady Bulldogs season does not end with the Division VI Championship. They are back in action next week in the state tournament. This narrative has tried to recognize, describe, and convey the outstanding play and accomplishments of this team, but I hope you have a chance to read the article by Daily Press sports editor Jose Quintero, whose post-game interviews with many of the Lady Bulldogs does greater justice to the historic occasion. The Oak Hills Bulldogs and Apple Valley Sun Devils, the only high desert teams winning first-round CIF playoff games. Coach Robert Metzger's Bulldogs get 2 Carson Cox touchdowns in Oak Hill's 28-13 victory over Beaumont. Oak Hills goes to Warren in Downey in round 2. Apple Valley dodged Hesperia's down to the last bullet to extract a 35-32 victory over the Scorpions in the opening round of the CIF Playoffs. Zyron Belcher led Apple Valley's XYZ two-pronged running back attack. He scored 2 touchdowns. Fellow senior Xavier Salazar scored the game's first touchdown. He rushed for 112 yards. The Sun Devils travel to Western in Anaheim. Away out here, we've got a name for 2 Lady Rams on fire. Ebony, the first in terms of scoring, and they call the second Moriah. Ebony Blacksmith does her best work in the paint, driving like a fire-breathing dragon. Moriah Burley strikes with long-range jumpers, deadly accurate. That's Moriah. This Victor Valley College tandem of sophomore standouts lead the Lady Rams to back-to-back victories to open the 2023 season. The second win, a 65-27 blowout of the Compton Lady Tartars. This, the consummate team win for Coach Troy Hall's ladies, while Ebony Blacksmith and Moriah Burley's 27 points combined equaled the total number of points of the Compton ladies. The bulk of VVC's scoring comes from the top scoring duo's teammates. Many, like Jasmine Walker here, register the first points of their collegiate career. And that storyline is a top takeaway from this lopsided triumph. Jade Bailey, former Granite Hills Lady Cougar, her first VVC basket on the assist from Caroline Ellison. 9 of the 11 Lady Rams who played in this game put points on the board. Former Sultana Lady Sultan Percy Lopez from Beyond the Arc here. This basket by Natalie Galaviz is not the first basket of her college career. She scored 5 points in VVC's first game of the season, but this is the first 3-pointer for the 6'1" freshman who played her high school ball at Serrano. And take Jewel Moy, the defensive specialist, her first collegiate points.
Jewel, another great game on your behalf. Defensively, you're all over the court. How do you define your role on this team?
Well, I'm not going to say too much about offense because it sucks, but I'm getting there. But defense, I can definitely, support my team in that. That's something that they count on me for.
You're a real spark plug when you get in there defensively. Congratulations on an outstanding game tonight.
Thank you.
Ebony Blacksmith led all scorers with 17. The former Silverado Lady Hawk led the team in rebounds and assists. Watch this quick flick of the wrist assist to Tania Johnson. Tania Johnson makes her presence felt both offensively and defensively. The tallest of this year's Lady Rams at 6'2", the freshman out of Cajon High School makes the steal and adds 2 more to the VVC total. Point guard Caroline Ellison, a second straight solid performance from the game-savvy sophomore who played her high school ball and Oak Hills Lady Bulldog.
How do you define or describe your role on this team, Caroline?
Honestly, it's whatever the team needs me to be in that moment. If they need me to be a scorer, then I'll try and score. But for the most part, these past 2 games, definitely just a facilitator. I want to get the ball to the people who can score. Mariah, she's a great shooter, so I want to get the ball in her hands. Ebony, she's great under the basket, so I'm going to get the ball in her hands. So whatever the team needs me to do is what I will do.
Congratulations on 2 straight games to start the season with victories. Thanks for these comments, Caroline.
Thank you.
Valu Quality Truck Bodies rolls out these high-performance flashbacks to this date in high desert, Mojave River Valley sports history. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. Valu Quality Truck Bodies, family-owned and operated locally since 1954. Valu Quality Truck Bodies, proudly showcasing teams, athletes, competitive activities, and community programs throughout our high desert. That will wrap it up on this edition of your High Desert Sports Report. On behalf of Victor Valley TV and Video Sports Productions, thank you for watching.